without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions, right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 59 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Allen. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Come on, baby, we gotta do our job. We gotta do our job.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Fields. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Fields flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. Touchdown. That's caught. Odell Beckham. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cougars have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll look to throw again. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st down, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll buy some time right. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Flush to his right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To throw, it's Allen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 57. And again, it's Allen. He'll go right back to Beasley. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big, and we've seen crazy stuff happen.
Oh, man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cougars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
They're going to try and run. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT.
Really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen finding Knox there, complete. Allen trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Allen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Allen. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Allen to throw once more. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Derek Carr, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Alan Lazard, a touchdown catch in the victory.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Fields on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Kyle Pitts,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Cougars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for them. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he goes out right around the 39. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On the give, this is Singletary. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Looking for Beasley. Got him on the slant.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Allen. And Diggs has it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 14 yards that time for number 14. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this one caught by Beasley. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Allen to Beasley, 1st down Buffalo. They'll run on 1st down with Moss.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd and 2, Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bills. Cole Beasley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Allen will try to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Cougars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields flushed out right.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields.
This one left side, caught by Patterson. Touchdown! Cordero Patterson, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Cougars look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further.
They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you leaned back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 20.
57 to mine. 57 to mine.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Allen now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Allen going to throw.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by the former 1st-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder Jimmy Ward.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game Like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team. Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on second down. Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Play action. Now it's Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. On first down, it's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now it's Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
On first down, Fields.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the losses are piling up as they drop to